welcome.
Kamachelo.
Sialumukela.
Sonzela.
Wamkilikile.
To the 118 states of the puppet nation.
Let's get it on, yo. This week we hear from two Zumas.
That's a good one.
We get a sneak peek behind the scenes at the DA.
For starters, it's always best to be white.
And we get the latest on the US election circus.
Everyone in Iowa is a winner, even the losers.
All this and more. But first, this.
Gareth Cliff won his case against Mnet with costs.
So sadly for Idols contestants, he's back on the judge's bench.
The court case came down to questions of contract law, not free speech.
What we should be talking about is that sellout, Dalimpofu.
Ah, Mr. Meeks. How do you say that?
Mukigama.
Okay. You believe Advocate Darlene Porfu sold out?
Clearly he's a sellout. The only economic freedom he cares about is his own freedom to buy whatever he wants. When he tried to argue with me about race, you know who agreed with him? Helen Zille.
That is pretty damning, yes.
Ha! Surely his political career will be over after this. Just ashes.
Speaking of political careers, how's yours going?
We laid charges against Eden Flock and FW de Klerk for apartheid crimes.
Who's we?
The Anti-Racism Action Forum.
I thought your party was called something else. Black something, Black Landing First?
Black First Land First.
Ooh, do you get to attend the State of the Nation?
We are still, in talks.
You can always come over and watch it with me on the telly if you need a place. I make super popcorn.
The deadly Zika virus has South America in its grip.
Experts are warning this outbreak could be more threatening to the world than Ebola.
Most carriers of the virus show no symptoms, and the disease is spread by mosquitoes.
Sisa.
As the public protector, I would like to tell the people of South Africa not to worry. The mosquitoes we get here are a different kind of mosquitoes completely. Our mosquitoes are harmless, 100% harmless. They are still fucking annoying though.
And Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan met with business leaders to try and restore confidence and avoid a junk credit rating.
While many see Gordon as an economic savior, he might not be enough to turn things around.
I think we can do this, Deborah, if we all stick together and do every little thing we can.
We do our bit. Deborah and I often carpool.
That's right.
Oh, good, yes, good. I sometimes carpool with Minister Balula. Lovely guy. The point is, that belt. I want our investors to feel secure.
And do they?
Well, no. I can't breathe.
Remember, Pravin? May I call you Pravin?
Sure.
One man's junk is another man's treasure.
Hello and welcome to Fikile Explains with me, Fikile Mbalula, Minister of Sport and Matters. Today we are going to learn about the potentially relationship-destroying pastime of Uno. For this, you will need a pack of Uno cards, your big boy lucky underpant, and, of course, friends! Once you don't mind losing. To play the game, you put down cards. No. You have to match the number or the color, Jacob.
Oh, really?
You can always play the penalty cards, like +2. Haibo. Chini. Futsak. And then there is also the +4 card, but those are very rare.
Oh, you mean like this? I have one.
No. Me too.
Oh, Jesus, no. Oh, fuck this shit. I can't remember why I liked this perfidious game. It is shit. Can't we play Cluedo instead?
Maybe later.
Uno, a game you pick up as you go along.
In the build-up to the municipal elections of 2016, ANC leaders have gathered in the Western Cape.
Western Cape has been a DA stronghold since the ANC lost power in the province in 2009, and they've been trying to get it back since.
ANC, together we can do more. No. We are here, comrade, occupying Table Mountain. A table at the restaurant on top. Please hold.
What do you think about that spot there?
No. That's very pretty.
I think that's a great place to build a mini Nkandla, no?
No. That's Helen's house.
She kept her house, even though Musi is in charge now? Smart woman.
No. There's another election coming. We must take back the Cape.
That sounds good. Do that, Gwede. Do it for me.
The members of the Cape branches want a meeting, urgently.
But I'll miss this lovely view. You should do something about that. Can't we have this view in Nkandla?
ANC, together we can. Is wife number 3.
You should do something about that. Tell her we are busy.
No. Let me guess. I should do something about that too.
If you insist, Gwede. So kind.
President Jacob Zuma was very happy with the outcome of the African Union summit last week.
The 26th Ordinary Summit of the Heads of State and Government of the African Union was held in Addis Ababa and resolved that South Africa would continue to be a member of the AU Peace and Security Council.
Yes, I am very happy with the summit. The food was very nice. Not as nice as COP21, but nice.
What did you feel about this year's theme?
Oh, it was great. It was very... What was it again? The African Year of Human Rights with particular focus on the rights of women. Really? That's a good one. I like it. As you all know, I love humans and I love women. Nothing you say or do can possibly affect me more than the great strides you have made in women's issues. Thank you.
Will you be running for a second term or returning home?
I will definitely be running again.
I was talking to the other Zuma.
Oh.
And you can't run again.
It was worth a try. Me, I will run. Or I will return. I've not yet decided.
So that means...
She's running. Or returning.
Oh.
I don't know.
So weird.
Allegations were made this week that DA leader Musi Maimane has sought leadership lessons from F.W. de Klerk.
Mr. Maimane has poo-pooed these claims, insisting that he only visited de Klerk once.
Unless someone has actual spy footage, it seems this will remain a question of he said, she said.
We may never know what goes on between those two.
For starters, it's always best to be white.
I see. Note to self. Be black less.
White makes the first move, you see, and has a lot of power.
Right. Note to self. Some white people are aware of their privilege, but just don't care.
Now, do you have any questions from last time?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Mfriki. If I have my pawn lined up, but I don't have another pawn protecting it, is that bad?
Yeah, you might as well just sacrifice that pawn entirely. Focus your energy elsewhere.
Oh, right. Note to self, say goodbye to Mashaba and Felicia.
The ANC Youth League is tackling major South African issues, like an idols boycott.
How is that a major South African issue?
I'm not sure, but they certainly seem very excited about it.
So what did they do?
They tweeted and wrote a press release.
This new youth league people are a joke.
Former Comrade President Malema, I do not think name-calling is an appropriate way to deal with these losers.
Former Comrade President Mbalula, these people are an embarrassment to the name of the ANC Youth League.
You are not wrong, Comrade, former President, Comrade. You cannot call yourself a youth league when there is a massive deficit of rebel rousing.
You can't stop marches by young people. You must start marches by young people.
The rampant disregard of the power of bombastic language is a disgrace to the name Youth League.
Learn some big words.
By SSRS.
Make hyperbolic statements.
In my day, we made presidents.
In my day, we took them down.
Today, they tweet.
In my days, I could close Twitter down.
As the last president of the real ANC Youth League, I propose we stop the embarrassment here and change the name of the ANC Youth League to something more fitting of their current stature.
Something that says we are not real people, not real youth, not deciding anything for ourselves.
Yes, a name that reveals their total lack of self-determination and brainless personality.
Guys, Puppet Nation's taken.
Damn it!
Brood, go nowhere, brood, depressed. Brood, go nowhere, brood, depressed. SARS, go nowhere, SARS, returns. Gutler, corruption. Brood, race, depressed. Bumper two, ray. Brood, go nowhere, depressed, go nowhere. Cuck, SARS, appropriation. Cuck, sucks. SAA, ESCOM, ray, go nowhere, disturbed, stressed. Brood, go nowhere, no point. Hey! Be part of South African iconic activity. Go nowhere because you're depressed. Ach, foei toch. Did you read about that person who did a number 2 so bad they had to turn a whole plane around?
That news story was from ages ago, so...
Well, I saw it on my Facebook. Luckily, I keep my bowels in superb condition, so I'm never plagued by unsavory effluent.
Good for you. Okay.
How are your movements, Deborah?
Okay.
I'm happy to share my brand regimen with you if you're in need of assistance.
You know, I'm quite all right.
No,
Thanks.
I used to really suffer. Like a train out of a tunnel.
Don't want to.
Like a
I
flock
don't
of
want. I'm going to
swallows.
vomit. Excuse me. I'm going to run out.
Bats from a cave. Goodness. Cape Town made another top 10 list.
But this one was the top 10 most violent cities in the world.
Despite this, Mayor Patricia de Lille is running for re-election.
That's right. I want to mother the mother city a little longer.
What do you say to critics who believe you've looked after white Cape Town and ignored everyone else?
I don't usually talk to those people, Deborah. They're usually ANC voters.
9th most dangerous city in the world is terrifying. What are you doing to turn that around?
Well, as you can see, I'm trialing the new Cape Town Shield for extra protection.
It stops bullets?
Well, actually, I hope so, because I've got a meeting on the flats after this.
Oh, does it deflect knives?
Well, I think it's more designed for, swords. But, come to think of it, knives is like just fucking small swords, right?
So, you're not sure if it deflects bullets or knives, but this is your solution to Cape Town's violence?
Yes, and for why? I will tell you. Because it protects me. No one will know it's me.
Oh, I know it's you, Patricia.
Yeah, but you're not scary, Riaan.
I know it's you.
Oh, fuck!
King Mswati has ended 2 months of seclusion.
The Swazi ruler is now preparing for his birthday.
Or to be precise, everyone else is preparing for his birthday while he does as little as possible.
King Mswati, welcome to Puppet Nation.
You can call me King of Nations.
Which nations?
Swaziland.
That's only one.
It's an official title thing.
So, how's the prep going for the big birthday bash?
My people are building a new venue. The options they showed me were just not impressive,
And when is the big day?
Soon, Deborah, the 19th of April.
April? Whew, but that's ages away. Gosh, I only plan my birthday a few weeks in advance.
When is your birthday?
October.
Oh, really?
Every 10 years.
Guys, I
Every
believe
10.
I believe we are talking about my birthday party. It's a great honor for whoever gets to host it, My people are so lucky.
And speaking of your people, how are poverty rates in Swaziland these days?
Not so bad that my people can't buy me better presents than last year. In 2014, I got a fleet of BMWs. In 2015, mostly gold and boring stuff like that.
I believe currently 63% of the population live below the poverty line.
I think that they should combine the two. A fleet of solid gold BMWs.
Well, gold's not really a good substance to make cars out of.
With my name entrusted in diamonds in the door, just as a small token of my people's undying love. I'm a modest man, Riaan.
Thabo Mbeki is still writing and posting letters in defense of his presidency.
Former President Thabo Mbeki responded to attacks on his leadership made by the media in 2008, denying allegations that he was out of touch.
Almost 8 years later?
Maybe the letter took a long time to write.
When I stand on the soil of my forefathers and feel the roots of the motherland through my feet, I know that...
Mr. Mbeki, do you believe that anyone is actually reading your letters?
Oh yes, Deborah. As an African leader, scholar, a thought leader, and a gentleman, my writings are respected and liked and so on and stuff like that.
But why do you feel it necessary to unpack your presidency at this point?
Even scholarly pursuits need the scholar to take a short respite and test other parts of the brain with less scholastic endeavors and so on and stuff like that.
Okay, which means what exactly?
In layman terms, everyone needs a hobby.
Have you tried tennis?
It seems one needs a partner for that. And despite my obvious popularity, those can be hard to find.
No surprises there.
Robert Mugabe handed over his chairmanship at the African Union Summit in Ethiopia, surprising everyone by actually giving up a powerful seat.
Having no idea that Mugabe knew how to step down from anything, the AU was so surprised they gave him a standing ovation.
I think they also clapped for his speech, Deborah.
That's what they want us all to think, Riaan.
As the supreme leader of the continent, I would like to remind my faithful subjects that I am still here, still superior, still majestic, and still all-powerful.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be delighted to hear that.
I am here for the long haul. My appointed seat at the right hand of the ruler of heaven and earth is not yet ready for me.
Yes, rumors were rife that you passed away last week.
Well, I didn't.
Obviously.
I'll show you just how alive I am. Are you ready, my darling Gaga?
Hit it, Bobby.
Whether you a president or whether you a singer, you are staying alive, staying alive. Feel Zimbabwe breaking and everybody shaking, we are staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 I'm staying alive.
So this is the part of the news where we usually link to you to do the old news.
Hang on.
Okay.
Cover for me. Sing a song or something.
Mary had a little... I'm not singing for you.
Hello, Deborah. So wonderful to see you.
You've been doing the news with me the whole time.
Yes, but from here I can see you even better. It's a joy.
When are you taking us today, Riaan?
Well, it's been 115 years since a crucial moment in the Second South African War. Let me take you back. Good evening. Goedenavond. The British government has sent a further 30,000 troops to South Africa to continue fighting the war they initially expected to last only a few weeks. Boer forces proved more formidable than the British had originally anticipated, resorting to guerrilla tactics which are unfamiliar to the British military. Damn their bolly eyes! Unsporting jippers, the lot of them. The war not going as expected, Captain. Hell's bells, no! These ruddy Boers are cheating. It's unfair, and worst of all, ungentlemanly. Gadzooks, man! All they had to do was wear brightly coloured clothing and march slowly towards us in a straight line, and we could end this conflict peacefully by killing them all. But no! These ruddy Boers insist on being difficult. Could you describe the Boer tactics, Captain? Hardly, sir. We can't even see the sodding buggers. God's worms, this is war, curse you, not a children's parlour game of hide-and-go-seek. The British Army demand that you stop playing silly buggers, come out of hiding immediately so we can murder you all and be back in Blighty for tea and crumpet before autumn. Hello, Captain. Hello, da. Are you there? Oh, hi there. I'm Riaan. Would you like to talk to me about the war? How is it going? Oh, whew. Well, that's all we have time for. Good night. You know, Deborah, I keep thinking about Kanye.
That wasn't a sentence I ever thought I'd hear you say.
I mean, if he likes a little derriere tickling, why not just admit it?
You're constantly at the rear this week, Riaan.
Speaking of assholes, I wonder how Donald Trump's election campaign's going.
Oh, you mean his campaign to rule the world through might and fear? His campaign to be the #1 right-winger in charge of all the other right-wingers? His campaign to evict Mexicans and bring back homophobia? That one?
Like I said, his election campaign.
Let's cross to Scott Pelly at our Washington desk for the latest. Scott, what the fuck is going on there?
Well, Deborah, it's like every other election cycle, that's for sure.
How exciting for you, a career newsman, to be at the forefront of these groundbreaking events.
Sure, yeah.
What we really want to know is, are we any closer to knowing if we're going to be subjected to the tyranny of Trump?
Well, let's find out. Well, Iowa has spoken, and it's not what a lot of candidates wanted to hear. Martin O'Malley, also known as that other dude running for the Democratic nomination, what's his name again? And Mike Huckabee both ended their presidential campaigns. And the Democratic race became so closely fought that both Hillary and Bernie declared it a win.
Except I really won!
Yay, Hill! Wasn't there barely a percentage point between you two?
Even when identical twins are born, one is older. He comes out first. It might have been a tight squeeze, but I came out first!
There's a charming image for all the viewers at home enjoying your dinners.
The main point to focus on here, Scott, is that I won!
Yay, Hill! Many would say the main point here is that Sanders nearly beat you in a state you should have won, and he's definitely likely to take New Hampshire.
We all know the second-born is weaker. I might not have eaten him in the womb, but I will absolutely steal his toys in New Hampshire.
You're seriously disturbing me right now.
I won! Hee-haw!
Yay, Hill! And of course, the big Republican news is Marco Rubio coming from nowhere and practically overtaking Trump, while Ted Cruz, that everybody is supposed to hate except ultra-conservative Christian voters, which means a lot of love in Iowa, cruised home to a clear victory. This is all bad news for the Trump camp.
Let's destroy our enemies and crush the losers.
Actually, Scott, I thought today was a great victory for my campaign.
Not you two. Look, I get why Hillary says she won, but you lost. You nearly came in third.
How many people voted for you, news guy? I beat you. I beat that nutjob Carson. Through my sheer animal magnetism, I got the young voters to back the place out like a free beer drive on campus.
And those young people voted for Rubio, not you.
Iowa loves me. I'm going to buy a farm here with pigs or whatever they grow here. I don't know, potatoes. Are they Irish mix?
Perhaps you lost because of saying things like that.
I'll turn the White House into Trump Towers because I'll beat Hillary or Bernie or whichever namby-pamby pile of walking yellow-bellied custard the Democrats nominate.
I don't know how else to tell you that you lost.
Losing just isn't in my vocabulary, news guy. I learned from Charlie Sheen, I only win.
You're fired.
No, you're fired. Only I get to fire people, news guy. Get with the program.
And while the nation watched Iowa vote, Obama visited a mosque.
I'm still not a Muslim, though.
He isn't. He eats bacon.
I never said you were.
I think we should be nice to them, but I'm not one.
Not at all. He eats during the fast all the time. Ooh, he eats a lot.
Gotcha.
I think that Mr. Trump and Mr. Cruz are completely out of line with their comments regarding Muslims, of which I am not one. Not a Muslim.
He definitely isn't. He drinks up a storm, too.
I don't really think we should advertise that.
Oh, I bet he has a hip flask right now. Don't you, boo?
No, definitely not. No, not a Muslim, not an alcoholic.
I think you should quit while you're ahead, Mr. President.
He definitely isn't Muslim. There is no way he'd get up that early to pray.
Michelle, sweetie, you're not helping.
So everyone in Iowa is a winner, even the losers. And the race to wrest leadership of the country from a man who's definitely not a Muslim continues.
Well, there you have it, folks. This week is packed full of winners. Gareth Cliff, Hillary Clinton possibly, Donald Trump in his own parallel universe, even Bob Mugabe for being alive still. All winners.
Not necessarily the people we want to be winning.
And of course, I am a winner because I got to enjoy the company of this magnificent woman for the entire show.
Oh, you really are ridiculously likable, Riaan.
I know.
This has been the 118th state of the Puppet Nation. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a wonderful day. We love you.